Welcome to another video, YouTube. Glad you're here. The moment you've all been waiting for. The Pietta 1861 Navy. This is a 36 caliber. Very awesome gun. I've actually had to do quite a bit of work to it. So when you get these guns, some people know this, some people don't. I'm just going to share it. You have to take the gun apart and deburr it with a diamond file. If you use a regular file, especially on the case hardened parts, it'll actually ruin your file. So a diamond file is highly recommended. Obviously this does not look anything like the ones you can purchase. I have aged this gun. The handle I did, what is it, GB Linseed oil. I did linseed oil on that, did quite a few coats. I think it turned out beautifully. The cylinder, this is a review, so we're gonna get into the ugly bits here. The cylinder, I am getting scoring along there, and I think it's on the second click the bolt drops somewhat prematurely, and you can hear it click hard. Right there, smack. But all in all, really awesome gun. I love the weight of a Navy versus an Army. Because of the smaller 36 caliber bore, you have a lot more steel going through there. For me, it's just awesome to point. You get a really quick sight picture. This is the 8-inch barrel, which I find to be pretty sweet. Everything about this, like I said, is very nice. The trigger pull, very crisp. I did have to do some work to the wedge. Actually had to hammer out the wedge a little bit to broaden it. The barrel was somewhat loose. So I think most people do know that when you get these guns, sometimes you can get a dud, sometimes there's room for improvement. I definitely got one of the ones that needed some improvement. When I first got it, I was cycling the action. I was cycling it, feeling it, and eventually I started to see these grooves show up, and then I noticed I wasn't getting 4 clicks anymore, like this. I was not getting 4 clicks anymore, and I knew something was wrong. So I had to take the gun back apart, and I did some scrounging, and I realized that the cam on the side of the hammer was being worn down by the bolt. So the hammer is supposed to be case hardened, and that little cam riser should not be able to be worn down by the bolt that is also hardened steel. So I had to buy a new hammer pretty much immediately. Got a new hammer on here. Everything's been pretty good since. The trigger spring has been replaced with the piano wire spring material, which I find to be really smooth, really nice. Other than that, no real complaints. Everything has been very crisp, very nice. We're gonna get out here and we're gonna shoot this thing. So stick with me. 1861 Pietta Navy clone. It's 80 degrees and I'm already sweating my butt off. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm just that kind of person. It's cold outside, I'm sweating. It's hot outside, I'm sweating. Here's some of the cast balls I did. Those are some beautiful balls. Let's see here. They came out really good. I actually cooked these on a propane, I don't know if you can see that. You can see the sprue. A little bit of sprue. A lot of fun to do. All right, but I got some Wonder Wads here. That's what we're gonna use. I've got my little powder measure here set to 20 grains. And as always, I have some Ear Pro sitting by. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this loaded up. Using my powder horn. I just use my little powder measure. That is 20 grains. down the hatch, just like that. I have some powder down there. I am at half cock, so next I just kind of finesse the Wonder Wad on there a little bit, put the ball right on top, sprue up, rotate it under the rammer. Go ahead and get that thing sent home, just like that. And it's going to leave behind a fine ring of lead. That's normal. That's actually what you want. I don't have a fancy capper yet, so basically what I do is just use my fingers. And I did forget to mention I switched out the factory nipples for slick shot nipples. I haven't been that impressed with them, to be honest. And I'll talk a little more about that after we shoot. But that's what I do. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these on here, and we'll go ahead and shoot. Alright guys, moment of truth. I do have my ear pro in, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. This center notch here is actually a safety. That is the safety for this Colt design. So let's go ahead. Like I said, don't laugh at me too much. Ooh, that smells good. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if that was a dud or what. Let's try to fire it again and see. I don't know, it looks kind of weird. You can see here, there's actual fragments. Look at that, that's the whole cap left behind by that slick shot. They just like blow up, which isn't a bad thing if you want your caps to fall out of the side like it's supposed to. But I'm gonna get this cap off of here. We'll refire that cylinder. Swiss Army Tinker to the rescue. You can see my video on this as well. All right, there we go. Finally got that piece of crap out of there. That's so crazy. That's just so crazy to me. All right, anyway, we're gonna recap that cylinder, take another shot. All right, take our last shot. Got him. All right, walking through the smoke. You can see how we did. You can see how we did, guys. That's 2 doubled up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too bad. I haven't shot this gun in months. Pretty dang cool. And you can see here, this is my really fancy target. Just some kind of concrete stamper I had laying around. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. You know, you're looking at about a distance of 25 feet. Round 2. I gotta tell you, it is just a gorgeous day, especially in the shade. But here we are, we're on our safety notch. Well, mostly. Anyway, take 2. Let's have some fun. Get you some of that. You can see right here, see that cap? Let's see if it actually rotates out when I, oh, it wanted to. Kind of stuck on there pretty good. There it is. There's another cap. See if we can get it to fall out. Sorta. There's another cap. Right there. And that's part of my issue with these slick shots, which could be my what I'm thinking is my hammer spring might be a little bit too tight or too stiff, and that might be what's causing this. I mean, they're doing their job. The slick shots are definitely doing their job, but I'm having them cling to the nipple and not necessarily fall off every time. Whereas before, with the factory nipples, the cap was a looser fit, which kind of bugged me. You could pinch the cap and put it on there, but I really wanted to go with these slick shots because everybody ranted and raved over them. And I mean, they do their job, but there's possibly more finesse than I need to do on my end. Alright guys, I wanted you to see something. We just blew a hole through this steel plate. I didn't realize it at the time. I got one flyer over here because I was trying to do a duelist position. By the way, I just shot 6 off camera. Just to enjoy myself a little. I love bringing you guys these awesome videos, but you know, a guy's got to have his own time every now and again. But anyway, pretty freaking impressive. I mean, you'd think this to be a pea shooter because, and these have dents in it. Steel plate, blew a hole right through it. I mean, that's pretty thick too. It's about a 1/4 of an inch thick. Wow. But how crazy is that? You know, the Pietta has given me a lot of pain in the beginning, but to be able to plug into history, to be able to plug into these old weapons and have newer versions of them to be able to cherish and be able to use is quite extraordinary. And you know, for that reason, we live in extraordinary times, and I'm very grateful. Awesome gun. I feel like you guys can make your minds up from here. Again, I'm not going to do videos on how to tune these things up or anything like that. You need to check out Blackie Thomas's channel. He has everything you could ever possibly need on the subject of these guns, really. The black powder revolvers in general. He's where you need to go if you have any questions. So check out his channel. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun with me on the range. It's hot. I mean, it's not that hot. It's a little hot. I'm a little sweaty. There's a little bit of humidity building up on the skyline. But I tell you, I'm getting excited about this weather. I'm watching these birds kind of looking at me like, what's that guy doing over there? Is he shooting a 1861 Navy? Hey, that's pretty cool. Oh, he's looking at me. It's a blue jay. He's up there. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he wants to know. Oh, 2 of them. They're handing each other food or something. Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. I've had way too much fun. My wife has been alone with our 3-year-old, so I know she is about ready to kill me at this point. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and I hope to bring you more fun in the future. A lot of good stuff coming up. That's all I can say. We'll see you on the next one. I wanted to take a moment to show you guys this. This is a bullet out of the 1861 Navy that I recovered using my metal detector after I shot through a paper target. You can see the rifled grooves, also the impact dots where it hit the dirt on the front side, and the back side is relatively as it was. This is really neat because when that bullet gets pressed into that cylinder by your rammer, it shaves that little ring off, and then once the bullet gets fired and goes through the forcing cone in your barrel, it actually becomes more oblong. You can kind of see it here. It's not a perfect circle anymore, but I just thought that would be really neat to show the fact that this turns into more of a bullet and less of a round ball once it's fired. And judging by what it did to that steel plate, I'm pretty daggone impressed. I really am. I was not expecting that. I thought I'd be shooting at that steel plate for quite some time. Looks like now I'm gonna have to quit being cheap and spend the money to get one. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.